Hey, John here. I hope you're having a great day. I'm out walking Lucy, and I just had a great conversation with the CEO of a company who I do a lot of work with. This particular guy's got a lot of experience in the product launch, product creation, product development, working with a lot of the internet marketing gurus, people doing new product launches every week and that sort of thing. So I had some questions for him, which had been on my mind, and I know it's on some other people's minds too, and that is, would I be better off going down the road of more product development, product creation, that sort of thing, which I've done before, by the way, that's a good amount of work, or would I do better, and would you do better, hypothetically speaking, sticking with the thing I've made the most money in, which is home-based business, direct sales, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, that sort of thing. And his answers were pretty interesting because despite the fact that I've done both and I've made more money in the marketing space than in the product creation world, still sometimes the grass looks greener on the other side. When you hear about these guys doing $1 million launch and, with the press of a button, they made $1 million on a weekend or something like that. I want to go inside on my computer. I'm going to show you, basically explain to you what he showed me. So let's go check that out. All right, so I'm back in my office now and just wanted to show you briefly the ideas that came up for me as a result of having this conversation. The main question being, will you make more money by developing your own products or by doing a network marketing style business? Okay, and there's lots of different ways to call home-based business. There's network marketing and affiliate marketing, many sub-designations. So this video is going to be more useful if you're not hung up on titles and stuff, and you're more like me, just a person who wants to know, hey, what's the most effective way, the most direct route to getting to the dollars, to getting into profit for yourself, for a new person, maybe a person with no experience, new to entrepreneurship, etc. So that's what this video is all about. And since my handwriting when I draw on screens is historically very, very bad penmanship, I decided to make you a couple of slides. So first, let me talk about the source of this information. The gentleman I was speaking with is the CEO of the world's largest online direct sales affiliate marketing style company. Okay, and he's been successful in both the online product launch space, right, with the product launches you see from the big internet marketers, as well as the network marketing industry. So he's got successful experience in both sides of that world. And I say that's important because I only take advice from people who are successful at stuff. There's three different kinds of advice that you can get. One is good advice from people who actually know something to the degree that they're successful with it, and that's the only advice you should ever take. The other two are people that know about something, maybe academically, but have no experience. And then the third would be people who have failed at something, and typically they're just critical about it. And that's as far as it goes. So the valuable advice is the one that I seek and the one that I want to show you right now. So my question to this guy was, hey, after having participated in many million-dollar plus product launches throughout your years, why would you choose to re-enter the home-based business, the network marketing space, which in my view is largely dependent on the efforts of loosely affiliated people, typically with a very low level of commitment and virtually no marketing know-how? I think that's a valid question. And of course, the question comes up for me because I've been on both sides as well. Now, I've had success, unlike this guy, I've had success in the home-based business, the network marketing space, but not so much success in the creating the products and doing a whole lot of work that goes into the product launch style online marketing stuff. Yes, I've sold thousands of books and I've spoken on stages, and that's all great, but I've made millions of dollars in home-based business network marketing, and I've not made millions of dollars selling books. Okay. But still, I look at, maybe the grass is greener. That guy just had $1 million product launch or whatever, right? So he laid it out for me like this. He said there's obvious differences between the two different approaches. When you're creating and selling products through direct response marketing, typically what you're going to see on the surface is it's not the whole story. Okay. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And he said, quite frankly, John, when you see somebody with like $1 million launch, usually that's, where they've had a lot of failures, and maybe that $1 million launch is something that happens once a year, and then they work and work and work till 3 a.m. and trying to get traction on other stuff. And there's a lot of things that people don't see, that they're not glamorous. They certainly don't run around advertising these things, that are the reality of the direct response product development and product launch world. He said the people who have success, more consistent success, are people with what's called a platform. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But let's say that somebody developed their products, their ability to market and acquire joint venture partners and all this to the point where they can be credited with $1 million product launch. He said, first of all, that's very, very, very few people that do that. But let's say that we had $1 million in income from a product launch. Well, the first thing is you're going to have about 20% refunds. That's typical. And which I don't know, I'm somewhat surprised by that. But, that's just the way it is apparently in that space. And next thing you do is you're going to pay out about 50% commissions to the affiliates. That's typical, right? Because now we're talking about the marketing. That's the value of the marketing of the product. And this assumes that the product creator hasn't put additional funds into advertising it themselves. Perhaps they have, perhaps they haven't. We're just going to deal with simple numbers here. So minus 50% there. And then minus $10,000 or so on production. It could be a lot more, could be a low budget production, but let's just say $10,000. So your net result on the $1 million product launch is about $390. And again, that's assuming no additional cost. Problems, right? Here's a logistical problem. Oh, now we got to outsource a bunch of stuff. We got problems, right? So I don't know any business that doesn't have problems, but again, just with simple math, there you go, about 390 grand. Now we shift over to the network marketing, the direct sales space, affiliate marketing, where the focus is on the marketing. It's on the distribution of the product, not the creation of the product. So the first thing we see as a big difference is ongoing, what's called evergreen income. In other words, we're not on a treadmill trying to get the next big hit, the next big launch. Work until 3 in the morning, hoping that the next one's a hit. Okay, I say that chuckling because I've been down that road. So this is ongoing evergreen income, with or without having already developed a platform and a big organization of joint venture partners and that sort of thing. The next thing is, in my experience, 0.01% refunds. Okay, now I'm giving you my personal experience here. On this side of the board is where I have had a lot of success. And I could tell you, just looking through my statistics and credit card processing records and all this, less than 0.01% refunds. And why is that? As a little aside, well, we're not selling based on hype. I don't. Okay, we're selling value that exceeds the amount of money that's being exchanged. And it's not just like a false scarcity, get while the getting's good, which you see a lot of times in the product launch model, where it's this false scarcity kind of a thing. We're evergreen here. We'll be here again tomorrow. That's fine. We're not going anywhere. So less hype, and I think that has a lot to do with a very low refund rate and being able to deliver value, of course. Next thing is that affiliates and downlines, as they're known in network marketing, actually add to our income. They don't subtract. It's not like, oh, here's a liability, a necessary evil, so to speak, so I have to pay out all these commissions. No, duplication is actually a good thing here. And then we get into production costs. Well, I didn't even have to make the product, right? Again, with the vast majority of the money that I've made, it has not been on creating and selling my own products. Yes, I got books and courses, and that's all wonderful. Okay, that's cool. But the big money has been not from the product creation; it's been from the marketing of the product. Am I making a point? So my first full year doing home-based business, network marketing, direct sales, I personally made $480,000. My first year. Now we look at that compared to on the other side of the board there. 390. So we're kind of running neck and neck. I did a little bit better than the guy who finally wanted $1 million, right? Was able to create a $1 million product launch and had to do all that work. I didn't have to do all that work. So you see, this is, as much as network marketing has been criticized and people kind of are down about it because, well, there's a bunch of reasons, probably the reasons that I mentioned before, right? Loosely affiliated people, barely committed. They don't know anything about network marketing. It's interesting. Most people that identify themselves as network marketers, not that they would admit it in public, they don't know anything about marketing. I mean, it's like a black hole. It's startling how little most network marketers know about marketing. But you see the point here. That's the one thing that'll make the money. It's the one thing that we focus on in the whole network marketing, direct sales space. So I do have to say, for legal compliance reasons, these examples are not guarantees of success or failure for any individual in any particular business. Okay, I'm giving you what this guy was talking with me about and what I've personally experienced. Okay, so all businesses involve risk. Obviously, all success requires effort. That may not be as obvious if you if you've been looking around at some of the online biz op pitches lately, where you just press one button and you get rich, and give me a break. But that's not my audience. Anyway, so see full income disclosure documents for any business you may be considering. So here's sort of in conclusion, which is for you, right? And I was asking myself this because, again, I was looking at the grass on the other side of the fence saying, oh, that's some tasty grass over there. Look at that, how green that is, right? So the question is, do you, okay, you, meaning me or you, do you already have a platform to be able to consistently create successful product launches? A platform being you've got enough media, enough notoriety out there that you've got a big audience that, regardless of what you do, I mean, some things are going to be better than others, but you can reliably have a hit. You can reliably do $1 million product launch a few times a year. In that case, it would seem to be better to go in that direction. But for most people, quite obviously, that's not the case. Okay, in my case, I'm an author. I haven't, I'm not up on stage with Wayne Dyer or Tony Robbins and stuff like that. I mean, these are guys that I made a joke once. I said Wayne Dyer could take a crap on a piece of paper and it would be a best-selling book, right? So they've focused on that. They've got a platform. Okay, so do you have a platform, or are you going to be on the treadmill trying to get a platform? And can you withstand the amount of time that you would go into financial negative to finally get into profit while developing that platform? Another way of asking this question is, are you a recognized authority in your field with a strong point of differentiation? In other words, a unique selling proposition, something that you can deliver this value better, more differently, in a special way, a compelling way, where it would capture people's attention and command that platform to be profitable. Okay, so we're talking about developing influence. Okay, so that's another way to look at that question. Assuming you've got all that, do you have the ability or the inclination to create the products, handle logistics, legal compliance, accounting, putting in the staff and all this kind of stuff, the lawyers, the brand development, we got to make the websites, we got to choose the colorization and all this stuff. Of course, you could farm that out too. That all costs money. That's wonderful. Okay, are you in a position to do that? Not to mention acquiring the joint venture partners, the affiliates, who you're going to be committing, let's say, a typical 50% on a product launch, that kind of a commission, et cetera, et cetera. So are you looking to saddle yourself with that kind of work? And I think you know my answer after having this conversation with the guy. And right, here's the answer. Would you prefer to just focus on the one thing, like I said before, the one thing that makes the money? It's not the product development. It's not the logistics. It's not having a big staff in an office. It's marketing. Marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is increasing the demand for what you supply. That's why people in network marketing have the opportunity to get paid a lot of money, because that's where the money is. All the money that typically goes out to advertising, right, with the big new TV ads and all this kind of stuff, that doesn't happen in network marketing. All that money goes to the affiliate, the distributor, or whatever the title happens to be. So I hope this made sense. If you want to see the most reliable, most profitable, and by the way, the least risky online business that I've discovered, you can click on the link below this video to see exactly what I'm doing to help people. And we're in over 100 countries already, and people are getting the success they desire without being a product launch guru, without all that heavy lifting. So I would invite you to do that. I wanted to keep this video brief. I hope you got some value out of this, and I hope it sheds some light on often the very one-sided conversation about, real entrepreneurs aren't in, network marketing, or network marketing is somehow less than. I'm good friends with a lot of multi-million-dollar producers in network marketing, and I'll tell you, they're very upstanding, respectable people. I would just say, what you're not up on, you're down on. And as much as I may like to look around and see what options, what's working now, what's out there, what to do today, right? The most reliable, the most successful, the most profitable thing, not just for a guy with some experience like myself, but for especially for the so many people out there who are just looking to get some traction. It's network marketing. And there's many forms and ways to do that. So if you'd like to see what I'm doing and what is at this point paying more money to more people faster than anything I've ever seen, right? Progress has been made. That's good news. Go ahead and click the link below the video and we'll show you how you can participate as well. So that's all for now. I will see you again. John Lavenia over and out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.